Hello and welcome back on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. We're doing another Can I Predict My Rating TBR for January by just reading the first line of a book. I have an ambitious TBR. Just as always, I will not get to all the books that I will be listing in this TBR, but I'm going to do my best, my very, very best to get to most of them. So what is the concept? What's the idea here? I want to know if I can predict a book's rating by just reading the first sentence and not knowing what the book is about or anything. I love going into my books blind, but that just takes it to a whole other level. So my biggest question mark is how to share this experience best with you. Last month for December, I paired the rating section directly with some of the final results, ideas, when I read the book, giving my review and then comparing the rating. This month, what I'm gonna try is I'm going to just go through my TBR. I'm not gonna name the books that are on my TBR. You can see them all back here, except obviously there's a few audiobooks and a few ebooks additionally to that. But by the way, I love the aesthetics this month, color-wise. I'm loving it. So if you want to know all the books that are on my TBR, you can go down to the description box. There's a Goodreads link to my shelf, and my shelf called the name of the month is my TBR for the month, my full TBR. And I'm just gonna go through them. Take out a pen and paper and just do your own ratings. Do it with me. See how you would rate, or you think you would rate the book when just reading the first sentence. And then if you do not want to wait until my wrap-up videos, you can go down into the description box, because I'm going to reveal in the description box what books those first sentences are from. And then you can, as a step 2, already compare if you have read one of those books in the past and what your actual rating was. I would be so super excited if you would play along with me, share your ratings, and share if you have actually already read one of those books and what the actual rating was, and just to see how close you were to getting it right. Yeah, and then I'm going to do my wrap-ups in 2 parts to get them a little bit more concise, a little bit shorter. One a little after the middle of the month, and then part 2 will be probably in the first two weeks of February. Let me know if you like it this way, or if you prefer to have it paired together completely with the TBR, with the wrap-up. I will probably go back when I'm doing the wrap-up and repeat all the reasons for rating something the way that I read it. So here are all the first sentences. I'm going to put them into this big book. Thank you to Annie, who graciously volunteered after seeing my first one, where I said, well, I don't have anybody to do this for me. Well, now I do. Thank you, Annie. She typed up all the first sentences of my TBR. And she also replaced any names with her own name, so that the name doesn't hint towards me knowing which book it is. So thank you so much. This helps because I'm really going in blind this time. All right, number 1. I never thought a pile of scraps could be formed into indescribable beauty. Okay, so what does this tell us? I feel like this is giving us a lot in the first sentence, but also it's this vague kind of writing style that can really go either way. I think this might probably fall into between 3 and 4 stars, so I'm going to give it a 3.5. Yeah, it's a lot already pushed into the first sentence, and not in an intriguing way. It's the I'm going to hint because I'm cool kind of writing style, and I don't like it. Number 2. I am what they call in our village one who has not yet died, a widow 80 years old. Ooh, I'm liking that. I am liking that. That's like setting up a social construct and everything. I think this could be a 4 to 5. Let's put this at a 4.5. I'm liking this. Let's hope I am right. Number 3. When Annika was 10, she fell in love with a beetle. So good to know, Annika. That's very... I don't know how this feels like. The way this is set up, it feels weird. It feels a little bit off. It really depends on how the rest of the paragraph goes. Let's say 3 stars. This could go 3 stars. I feel like this is adult literature and this is setting up a bigger background. Yep. So, Annika pretended to enjoy the party, giving no indication that she intended to have one of the guests killed. Ooh, me likey. I do like this a lot. So we have a killer. To have one of the guests killed. So potentially even passive. Intriguing, very intriguing. Let's put this at a 4. I think this could be a 4-star for me. Okay, so Annika once told me that we only remember what never really happened. Oh, I like that. This could be between 4 and 5. Let's just, for the heck of it, give this a 5-er. This gives us this kind of philosophical setup that I enjoy. As long as it's not done too cheesy, which is a real risk, but I'm hoping that this is not cheesy. Film legend and 60s it girl Annika was just announced that she will auction off 12 of her most memorable gowns through Christie's to raise money for breast cancer research. Historical fiction, potentially. Literature. I'm not a biggest fan of how this is starting, but I have a feeling that it might build up. The way this is written, it almost feels like non-fiction. It feels very dry, but I have hopes that this is building. So I'm going to give this 4 stars. Number 7. At the end, he sat in the hotel room and counted out pills. So at the end, we're assuming he's close to his death, counting pills, probably about to kill himself or something. I do like how this is set up. I like how this is setting the tone. I think this could be between a 3.5 and a 4.5. Interesting enough, I never end up giving my books half stars, but for some reason, here I want to. Let's give this 3.5. I think that this could go well. This is going to be a total disaster. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. 4.5. There's nothing to say about this, but starting out with this, I like it. Oh dear, Annika said, wiping the sweat from his brow. It's a little bit slow, a little bit lame, but this could move into something. I always feel like I want to look back and try and guess which book it is, but no, we don't do that. Let's give this 3. I am very torn about this. It feels lame. It could go intriguing, but it just doesn't go there. In Glittering Shanghai, a monster awakens. Okay. I do like the Asian setting. And I should have turned my phone on silent before starting. I like the Asian setting, but it just starts with a monster awakens, and that is just pushing it too quickly, too far for me. So I think this is probably going to end up in the lower stars because it's too forced. 2.5. It's probably going to end up more of a 3, but yeah. If someone had told me those many years ago that I would spend the bulk of my life as assistant and eventual partner to one of the most eminent detectives in London, I would have thought him a raving lunatic. 2.5. Okay, and here's the reason why. It feels very posh. The writing style feels very British. It feels very London setting in the early 1900s. And that is usually not a setting that I enjoy much. So even though this story could go really, really well and really interesting, the setting is probably going to lower my enjoyment. Oh, and the writing style, because it sounds a little British posh. There is a pirate in the basement. There is? I love it. I love it. I love this start. Let's go with a 5. I have no clue what this could be, but I love the start. This is where it happened. Similar. I think that this, yeah, let's give it a 5 too. I'm just hoping to have a really good reading month and read a lot of 5-star books, but this is the kind of pushy that I like. So let's hope I'm right. Okay, Annika, born in the 11,988th year of the Galactic Era, died 12,069. What the hell? Okay, so this is obviously science fiction, and I think that right now I'm enjoying science fiction more than other genres. So this will probably have an impact on my enjoyment. We're talking about some person, and we right away know the lifespan. So we're probably following this person all together, I'm assuming. I don't know, just something says maybe 4 stars. I would really like to know how you would rate this. He was asleep but woke at the sound of the key turning in the lock. I know that this was on last month's TBR and I have no clue what rating I gave back then. But for this month, I really feel like I want a page turner, some mystery, something with like tension and something that does something to my mind. And I feel like a book that starts with woke at the sound of the key turning in the lock. It's just this kind of creepy, mysterious, dangerous setup. So I'm giving it a 3.5. This could easily be a 4 because I'm in the mood for it. Yeah. She woke in the dark. Okay, so this could be anything. This really could be anything. She woke in the dark. So at least she's awake. This could be a setup for a dystopia where somebody wakes up in a jail or somewhere lost their mind or something. I don't think I have anything like this on my TBR this month, but we're probably starting out in a situation like this, or in a situation where we're then focusing on where she is. I don't know. Let's give this a 3.5. I'm assuming this will more be towards the lower end. Okay. 999 candles lit the iron shrine. Oh, this kind of sounds boring in a way. This sounds cliche fantasy-ish. Potentially a little bit horror-y gothic, but because I don't read that type of book really, I'm not expecting that. So I don't know. Let's put 3. We don't have a lot of 4 stars yet, do we? To be honest, I'm not sure why I was given the nickname Annika the Mirror. I like that. I like that. Let's give it a 4 star. I think that this is setting up the book quite interestingly. It's quite intriguing to see, okay, We have somebody with a nickname, with a weird nickname. I like it. I like it. And the person doesn't know why they have this nickname, so I'm assuming we're going to explore it. The ornate script on the board twisted in the candlelight, making the letters and numbers dance in my head. That sounds very Wiccan, Ouija board, ornate scripts, you know, kind of paranormal, which is not really my thing much. I want to say 2.5 to 3. Let's put 3. I'm kind of sad how low my ratings are for this month so far. When I look at my books, I'm super pumped, but the first lines are not giving me much hope. Annika squatted next to the steaming mud spring, praying that the thermal crust would hold his weight. Oh, okay. So the thermal crust would hold his weight. So we're out in nature. We're in a dangerous situation. A volcano that could go off or something. It feels epic. I hope this is epic. Let's give it a 4 star. Let's hope it's epic. Annika couldn't cry. Oh, couldn't you? I will just give this a 5 star because I want another 5 star, and I do like this. I like this short sentence. Here we are, and kind of character trait giving. And now we probably go into a situation where she should have been crying. Oh, the last 2. The king stood in a pool of blue light, unmoored. What is unmoored? The king stood in a pool of blue light. That sounds a little bit cliche. It sounds, I mean, it sounds fantasy because king, but it sounds a little bit cliche. It sounds, the word unmoored kind of throws me as well. It is not a word that I have come across, I believe, in the past. The king stood in a pool of blue light, unmoored. Yeah, I think this could be. Oh, this could go either way. I mean, obviously, everything could go either way, but let's give this a 3.5. I feel like this could go into the category of, it was nice. Okay, last one. When the white noise went off, we were in the garden pulling weeds. Ew. Okay. White noise. We're set up right away in a catastrophic kind of alarm situation. This could be something like the bombing is happening, the invasion is happening. This could be dystopia. This could be, yeah, and it sounds like right away, punch, punch, punch. We are in the action. This is where it's happening. And then at the same time, it's saying we were in the garden pulling weeds. It sounds like we have a group of very normal people. So this is most likely going to be very stereotypical, very straightforward, probably dystopia, could be science fiction, but I'm assuming just a plain old YA dystopia, and I wish my phone would just shut up. I think that I might enjoy this. I think objectively this could be a book that should probably rank at a 3 star, but I'm enjoying it so much that it could become a 4 star. So I'm just going to give it a 4. All right, that's it. Now let's get to reading. Cross our fingers that I'm going to get to as many of them as possible, so that we can actually talk about them. So yeah, I will try and get the description box full as soon as possible with a list of which quote belongs to which book, and I then will see you again When I have read the first, probably after the first 6 books, no matter if this is going to be on the 12th or the 16th, I will start editing the next video, and then probably around the, I feel like the 20th or something, you might get the first. So let's hope. Wish me luck that I'm going to read a lot. So excited. Let me know what you think of the concept. Let me know if you have any preferences as to how you get the information, or when you get the information, when you get the first bit, and when we are going to pair it with the results. Do you care more about knowing which book it is once I've read the first line? Or do you care more about wanting to know what my rating ends up being? And yeah, let me know your feedback. I love this concept. It's so much fun doing it. I hope you enjoy it too, and I hope to see you again on my channel real soon. Before you leave, hit that subscribe button. Goodbye. Bye.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving